Hello, everyone. Welcome to Developing Palates. I'm Aaron Loomis coming to you from the Drew Estate Studio. With me today is Jiunn Liu, Seth Guys, John McTavish. How you guys doing? Yeah.
I'm doing. I was letting someone else speak, but no one else speaks up after that.
Talking about that new tonight. Talking
All
about
right.
that new.
What's a new?
It's a new cigar from a new manufacturer.
New.
New.
Okay, new. I understand now.
Speaking of, we are talking about the Supreme Tobacco Bohekio. I don't know if that's how you pronounce it. Bohekio Robusto. Cigar is 5" by 50. Comes out of the Supreme Tobacco factory in Haiti. Wrapper is Dominican sun-grown Habano. Binder and filler both from Haiti. Price point is $9, and the cigar was released in July of 2021. So with all that out of the way, Jiunn, what was your overall experience like with the cigar?
So what I wanted to get out of the cigar is to understand what Haitian tobacco tastes like.
God, that's a good looking cigar.
Right? Yeah. But yeah, so real quick, the pre-light, the bands, if I ever design a cigar, I want it to look like that with that black and gold thing.
Yeah,
And embossed. And it's embossed too. So freaking amazing look.
Looks better than like half the other cigars in the market.
Oh yeah.
But unfortunately it didn't taste that. I mean, it tasted okay. I got a lot of these like very like earthy, cedary, got some dry, bitter black tea kind of notes. And there's like this journal cream sweetness going on. So nothing to like really wow you or make you kind of pause and go, oh, what is that? But I don't know. I actually really wanted to know what Haitian tobacco tasted like. Like I kind of want this to be one of the component tastings. I would love for this cigar to be like that, because the reality, I think most people that's going to buy this cigar, given how there's not much of a footprint, probably is just like cigar geeks, right? Probably. I'm just assuming, of course. So within the cigar geeks out there, you read that it has, tobacco from Haiti. Most people are probably going to think, man, I'm curious what that tastes like. So I wish that it'll come out in this thing, but the cigar itself it was okay. It was average. Nothing special.
All right, Seth, what were your thoughts?
Yeah, I mean, listen, I thought it was a really pretty cigar. I thought the wrapper just was really nice. The bands looked great. In terms of flavor profile, it was pretty funky. I was getting like this salted wood, and there's this like light citrus and herbal coffee, cream, and there was this like light pepper, medium bodied. I'm trying to remember. I want to say it was final third. It's just kind of medium body, was never over the top. Kind of reminded me, it showed like some Dominican qualities, but also like had this like Cuban quality. But I think it's a quality you get with that island tobacco, which I enjoy. But yeah, really unique, something new. John?
Yeah, I mean, I think you hit the nail on the head. Creamy coffee, citrus, kind of mild baking spices, wood. And I'm with Jiunn. I mean, I'd love to, having been to the Dominican Republic, I'm really curious, first of all, how hard it is to grow tobacco in Haiti, because I think there's a lot of agricultural challenges in Haiti. So, I can't imagine the farm is that big. But I mean, good on them for trying to come out with a semi-complete Haitian cigar. I would also like to try component tasting, because I having smoked this, I don't know that I could say any particular flavor profile that was through the cigar is something that I haven't gotten before from other tobaccos. So I think I would have to smoke a Puro to figure out exactly what that was. I mean, it started out pretty promising. I mean, the cedar chocolate and coffee and cream was interesting in the first third, and it was pleasant for the remainder of the cigar, but I don't think it really elevated itself above sort of an average, darker Maduro type cigar that's on the marketplace. The burn was fantastic. Curiously, I had a really, really, really tight draw. It was like 4.5, 5 notches. So I remarked that it was essentially 2 notches above plugged. So maybe they were really trying to replicate a Cuban cigar experience. I'm not sure. But I have to assume that impacted the flavor performance, because, construction does impacted. So overall, for me, it was an average, slightly above average experience. But I'd be interested to come back to something else from Bohekio Bohekio. Or I wish I knew how to pronounce it properly, but love new stuff. Aaron, what about you?
Yeah, for me, the flavor profile was fairly linear. It was focused around musty toasted cedar with some addition of creaminess and a floral note at times. Construction was absolutely perfect on the cigar. I just thought overall the cigar was average. I haven't smoked much in the way of Haitian tobacco before, so it was interesting to give this a try. I just think the blend needs something else to kind of round out the profile. The delivery was smooth and lighter strength. It was just a bit too boring to kind of ride it out for the entire cigar. If the floral note could have been a bit fuller and played a bigger role, I would have been cool with that. Or if the creaminess was a little bit fuller, that might have helped out as well. But I always like trying new brands, especially something like this that's kind of focused around a rarely used tobacco. So if they come out with another blend or something like that, I'm up for trying it. But I'm probably not going to come back to this one on its own. So. All right, let's get into the scores. I'm going to start at the top with Seth at 6.45. Jiunn and I both gave it a 5.75, and John gave it a 5.5. So, Seth, how's that 6.45 matchup for you?
I think I scored it high. Well, I said this in the conclusion that I scored it high, but I think I need to come back to it to really, truly analyze the cigar more. I want to smoke the tobacco more. I think I was pretty intrigued. So going into it, I was kind of probably excited because it's really kind of something new. So I scored it high, but I'm interested in it. I wasn't disappointed with it. But I do want to smoke more of it because I do want to see how this tobacco smokes.
Yeah,
continuously.
All right, Jiunn, 5.75. Jiunn, you there? All right.
Jiunn
Sorry.
That Haitian tobacco is really, really a bit of a delayed hit there.
That black magic. I thought it was an okay cigar. It looks super catchy though, but it's really no different. And I can't definitively say like, oh, this is not even if you're not even knowing what tobaccos they use, like the way it tasted, there's something different about it that's unique to like, some other country that we typically don't get, black tobacco from. So.
Yeah, my score that was the same as Jiunn's was spot on. I mean, it was an average flavor profile. It had perfect construction though, so it kind of gets it in those high fives. But yeah, I mean, the profile was just too basic. The wrap, I don't think the wrapper did enough to like add much to the cigar. I'd be curious to just smoke a Haiti Puro, I guess, and just see what that would have been like. I don't know that that wrapper from the Dominican did all that much to it. All right, John, 5.5.
Yeah, I think it lines up well. I probably would have been up with you guys if it wasn't for the draw. I mean, I'm curious. I don't know. I mean, I don't know anything about tobacco grown in Haiti, but of course, the toughest thing to do is wrappers. So I'd be surprised if they were growing wrapper tobacco in Haiti. But I'm with you guys for component tasting. I'm fascinated. I'm curious. I would absolutely want to try something else if they released another cigar. And I would agree, maybe switch it up, change up the binder with something from Nicaragua or whatever, give it a little bit more oomph. But it was, it's always fun to try new stuff, even if it doesn't hit. It's enjoy the journey.
All right. Any final thoughts on this cigar?
Yeah, I mean, I agree with John. I think there was a reason that it doesn't have a Haitian wrapper. I bet they can't get the quality for the wrapper.
I mean, you think about how hard it is just for guys who do it on the regular. So,
yeah.
So these guys were at the trade show, and when I first saw the booth, I had a negative reaction to it because it was all black with the gold stuff on it. And I was like, this is a complete Bohekio ripoff, right?
Yeah.
It just looked that way. But I went over there, I stopped by, talked to these guys, really nice guys. I smoked the cigar, and I was like, this is interesting. And then I smoked a lot of shittier cigars while I was at the trade show. So it was like,
as one does,
top, this was kind of like up. It stayed in my mind at least. So I was like, let's, after, when it gets released, let's try it and stuff like that. So I'm glad we had a shot at it. I hope they come out with some other stuff. As mentioned, the packaging was looks fantastic. So it was nice to see. So nice first shot. Got an intriguing story from where they're at and all that stuff. So
What's the price point on these guys again?
$9 for a Robusto.
Look at
Pretty
that
pretty
price.
reasonable.
And I mean, other than John's draw, everybody scored construction amazing. So
Yeah, and I mean, it's
Yeah,
handmade
it's
products, man. I
Gonna
mean,
happen.
Yeah.
I don't even I didn't even know there was a factory in Haiti. Like I now, like
Yeah.
I have so many questions. I want to go back to the TP. Awkward. I want to go to the PCA and have a long conversation with them about the factory and the challenges they have. And so
Why is
curious.
Why is it awkward?
Well, because TP competes with the PCA, so
No,
yeah.
they're not that sensitive, are they?
Well, you never know. Maybe I'll have my media credentials revoked. You don't know. Who knows?
All right. If you're just catching this video on YouTube, be sure to subscribe to us. But also check out the full written review on the website, developmentpalates.com. Follow us on the social media channels, and you can catch all of our review recaps on podcasts, so iTunes, Google Play, and Podbean. Thank you for tuning in. We'll catch you on the next one.
Supreme Tobacco.